unorthodox flow. We are hype. We are hype. Ciroc, much finer vodka. Wild cherry Pepsi Fridays. It's on. It's on. And got a lot to talk about today. A lot. A lot. It's so shit crazy in the world. But shout out to the hip hop world, the hip hop nation. I've been gone a couple of days. I got an announcement to make. Some of you might not love. Titi Barber was good. Michael Mad was good. Shout out my brother Rich the Barber's in the background. Dre, executive producer, Cool and Dre. As he's having the best time with her friends. It's her friend's birthday. God bless you. Happy birthday. Shout out to the whole crew. You know what y'all doing. And so listen, man. Bad news. Bad news. Shout out Wild Cherry Pepsi. Shout out Ciroc. Bad news. Yo, Roxy, what's up? And so I've decided when we started the show, we did it for COVID to get everybody through the COVID. COVID's almost over, even though I know 3 people right now who got it. But let's just say when it started, we was all in the crib. You know what I'm saying? So, it's getting back to normal. Like I got big concerts in Dubai, big concerts in Paris, big concerts in England, and it's starting to get back into Fat Joe the Rapper mode. Last night I've been all week in the studio making the mixtape. I'm giving y'all a free mixtape. I finally came up with the name of the mixtape. The name of the mixtape is Summer Man. Summer Man, and the shit fire. And so I'm letting y'all know the mixtape Summer Man. And it's like an album. I know people make mixtapes and they play around. I don't play around. Everything I do it big. But the bad news is we were stuck in the house, everybody together. It was COVID, so I'm doing this thing. But I gotta move around now. So what I'm trying to do is, Erica Ford, what I am gonna do is we're gonna do one mega show. The big show will now be televised every Friday from 7 to 9. And we just gonna make it big. Like just artist after artist, topic after topic, Ted Smooth after. But it's gonna be a Wild Cherry Pepsi, Ciroc, Friday night. Now, I love you guys. I'm addicted. This week I gave it a little test run. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was in the studio. I could have did the big show, but I said, yo, let me see how this is going to feel. My mom's cried when I told her I'm not going to do the show every day. But I try to tell her, Ma, I can't do this every day. Like, I've been doing this even on vacation. Even over there. I've been trying to be consistency is key. I've been showing y'all all the love in the world. But, so I didn't just say no more big show. But Friday, every Friday from 7 to 9, we're going to turn up legendary. Tone Sunshine, what's up? Erica Ford said you can't. Nah, I'm moving. I'm traveling every day. I'm back to Fat Joe the Rapper doing concerts and festivals and shit. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Cuba, I'm trying to get a guest on later in a couple of minutes. My brother, Laz. You know him from all the movies. He's Cuban, but he's raised in America, raised black. He's giving you the black perspective. I don't know if I ever showed you a picture of one of my brothers, Hector. My brother Hector's the blackest guy in the world, Cuban. And so That's the true meaning. Cubans is the true meaning of Afro-Latino. But he want to give you his perspective. Now, in America, we all want freedom for Cuba. We don't want nobody repressed. We don't want nobody who can't eat. Nobody who can't get medicine. Nobody who can't this. We are all praying for Cuba. I hope you know they're in a country they can't leave. They can't work and make real money. And so there go my brother Laz right there. Hold up. Oh, it's on out here. Oh, it's on. My brother Laz. And I ain't talking about shout out to my brother DJ Laz and Pitbull. Yo, Laz.
Yo, how you doing, fam?
I'm good. Yo, Laz, let me tell you something, man. No disrespect, right? As long as I know you, I didn't know you was Cuban.
You kidding me?
On God.
What'd you think, Dominican?
I just think the whole time I'm thinking you black, Laz. I swear to God.
Joe, that's where the Hennessy, you got to put the Hennessy down, man. I'm glad you're on the Ciroc now, because the Hennessy
on the
didn't
Ciroc, but listen, your Laz, no.
What do you think I was doing at Jimmy's Bronx Cafe back in the day at the family dinners? I was talking in Spanish the whole time.
Trying to get the Spanish girls.
So you thought I was I just learned Spanish in school?
Nah, but let me tell you something, your Laz. The point is, I'm half Cuban, right? My father's Cuban, my mother's Puerto Rican, right? Cubans in America have different perspectives. I seen what you said, and we're going to talk about that. But Cubans in America, it's kind of hard, right? Because I was raised in New York, Democratic. I see the game one way. I've been living in Miami 18 years. They look at it a different way. You know what I'm saying? So they look at it Republican. All the Cubans down here are Republican. And so,
you want to know why?
I know why, but you can tell the people why. They'll probably listen to you better than me. But go ahead.
So it's a very interesting story, man. What happened with that? I'm gonna put it in an example.
You want me to tell you why, so you can know that I know what I'm saying?
I believe you know why, because
yeah.
I mean you know so many Cubans, and that's your home base.
I got 13 brothers and sisters Cuban.
Right.
Right? And so the Democrats, John F. Kennedy let the Cubans down.
Right.
Right?
What happened was
a lot of Cubans died.
They promised, actually, you know, my eldest brother, who rest in peace, he was one of the people that got captured in Bay of Pigs. What happened was there was an agreement between the U.S. government and these small little kind of group of these almost like Navy SEAL sector Cubans were going to go hit the island and basically start a revolution and try to take back the island. And when they got there, they didn't get the backup that they were promised by the U.S.
They didn't get the support. It's a fact. And so we had the Bay of the Pigs, where they killed all the Cubans on the beach and all that. And so, damn, I didn't know your brother. You know, I have a cousin, her husband got captured in the last time the Cubans from Miami went over there maybe 20 years ago, trying to overthrow Cuba, like 20 of them. He's still in jail.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack, man. You know, history has a lot of nuance, and there's a lot to unpack with the history of the Cuban experience here in this country. And so the way that I try to just summarize it is it's a history of trauma, turmoil, and abuse of an environment where you were forced to leave everything behind. People risked their lives, created rafts, going out to sea, losing their lives to try to.
My father went. My mother and father chipped in when we was poor, and they went and bought a boat, a bullshit boat, and my father went over there in the Mariel, right? He went over there to get my brothers and sisters. They only gave him 2 sisters, and they gave him like 30 Cubans that we ain't know. The
Right.
boat came back to the Key West and the boat sank. The Coast Guard saved my father and my sisters and these guys. And all the Cubans wound up coming to my house in the Bronx, in the projects, living in my house in the Bronx. And Nan, Cheche Colette, like a whole bunch of Cubans with Julio Ecor, all of them was living in my house. And it was like, damn, Joe and them got all the Cubans in there. But
at one time, the Bronx was all Cuban, and so was Jersey, Union City.
Washington Heights was all Cuban.
Washington
and
Heights
then they moved from Washington Heights to Union City, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Over there by Kennedy Boulevard.
Yep.
Then they came back down to Miami. But Dominicans wouldn't believe that all Washington Heights, Dykeman, all that was Cuban.
It was crazy back in the day, man. It was crazy. I mean, like, I grew up in D.C., and we used to go to New York every summer because half of my family was in New York. They just moved to Florida a couple years ago, but they were always in the Bronx, right off of Jerome Avenue.
Now, lads, it's hard for people to truly understand living in America when we have all these liberties, freedom of speech, right? We can go wherever we want to go. We support whoever we want to support, right? And so I don't think we truly understand what communism is, right? And so basically the people of Cuba are living in a beautiful prison that they can't come out of.
Yes.
And I call communism similar to the jail system in America.
Right.
Meaning in jail, you work all week and you get 12 cents a day. By the time you get paid, you can't even really buy a candy bar. So either you have people in the free world who send you commissary so you can eat, buy soap, hygiene, or you got to do the wrong thing in jail. Like in Cuba, I've been sending, I got all my brothers and sisters over here. So, but I've been with sending them soap, clothes, any fucking thing you could think of, a rag, whatever was good.
Yep.
My father be like, yo, necesita jabón, necesita un rag, necesita un...
Human basic needs, you can't even get them. They're not available. And for the last year, that has been heightened. They are basically choking the Cuban people to death. There's barely any electricity. They pull the plug whenever they want. Forget about internet service. They don't even have alcohol swabs at the hospitals. Need an injection.
And the COVID is really, really big in Cuba. They said it's over 6,000 cases every day.
It's out of control. It's out of control. So, I felt like, unfortunately, I don't know why, but there's a silencing in the media right now when it comes to the situation. I just don't see it. I turn on CNN. I turn on all the different channels, and you don't see what's happening in Cuba. I found out more about what's happening in Cuba day to day on the internet and on Instagram from all the videos that Cubans are uploading, very similar to what happened last year with the protests, with George Floyd protests. We would see on Instagram what was really happening before the news got to it.
Problem is, let's be specific. Problem is, Cuba has never been allowed to protest in
100%.
60 years.
In 60
this is like
years.
fucking historical.
100%.
The people can't take it to the point of, because if you have a protest in Cuba, they come fucking kill you or put you in jail.
Kill you.
Right?
Or
so
put you,
now the people are like, fucking kill me.
100%.
I got COVID. My phone don't work. My light don't work. I got no food. Fuck it. Kill me. But I want freedom.
100%.
Now, I know the Cubans in Miami, they think different from me. They still, the shit fucked me up because we all fighting for Cuba. But when I look at TVE in Miami that they're covering it, they still got Trump flags and shit. Like, this shit, the guy who's the president is a Democrat. The guy we need the help from doesn't really need the Trump shit.
You know what, though, Joe? I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I look the other way when it comes to that, and I'm going to tell you why. This social justice movement in Cuba was started by Gente de Zona, was started by Yotuel, was started by all these black Cubans. Black Cubans, Afro-Cubans. If you look up Patria y Vida, the music video, Patria y Vida, You're going to see people that look like us. Brown skin, black skin
Bro,
Cubans.
my brother Hector is black as tar.
Yeah.
My father's your complexion. My brother is the blackest guy you ever seen. I gotta put up a picture with Hector for you to understand. It's what they didn't understand, and they don't understand is that Cuba was the last place of slavery. And Cuba had 8 million people. 5 million were African slaves. 3 million were actual Cubans. When slavery was over, everybody integrated together, and that's how we got Cuba like we got today. That is the truth. People get mad when I explain this.
Not only that, but during the Cuban Revolution, when they fought to kick Spain out of Cuba from being their colonizer, from colonizing the island, the way that they were able to kick Spain out was by freeing the slaves. And the slaves and the slave masters fought side by side to kick the Spaniards the hell out of Cuba and establish Cuba as its own island. It was called the Mambis. That's what they called themselves, the Mambis.
El Mambi, you ever ate at the restaurant in Mambi? That was a Cuban restaurant.
Absolutely.
In Washington Heights, El Mambi.
Absolutely.
I would go every Sunday.
That's where the name comes from.
Father.
Sorry?
I would go every Sunday to the Mambi. And the whole Washington Heights know what I'm talking about. It was Cuban restaurants called El Mambi. Now it's Dominican, but it was Cuban called El Mambi.
Yeah.
And so my thing is, what do you think, right? Because I'm speaking to a dear friend of mine. She's Mexican. She had different views. I don't think we want to hear that on here. She just says, you know, she had to go through so much to get here. And then she says, like the Cubans, we used to be able to step on the sand and you're free. And then Obama changed that. Let's just keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Clinton put up that if you Cuban and you stand on the land here, you're free. And then Obama took that away. Why do you know why we had the right over any other immigrants, that if we just stepped in America, we were actually free? Do you know why that law was ever made?
Well, you know, I can't answer that like, you know, 100% say this is why it happened. But I do believe that it was because at that time there was a Cold War going on. And you had Russia on one side and Cuba was aligned with Russia. And then you had the US on the other side with all of their countries. And it was this battle of communism versus democracy. And what the US was trying to establish was a clear line that if you were leaving a communist country, you were going to find refuge in the United States. And so that's why they had that. If it wasn't from a communist country, if it was a different type of immigration, then it wouldn't be considered the same as if it came from a communist country because of the whole Cold War situation. That's what I believe. I can't answer that 100%.
Laz, in the perfect world, what could we do in America? What could Joe Biden do? So I see my brothers and sisters protesting in the street. I am with them all the way.
100%.
And they still curse me out. Like in my DM, they still curse me. You know, the Cubans, you know, they
very colorful, very colorful.
They still curse me out, me showing 100%. Love. I'm not showing enough love. Like it's
and the women will curse even harder than the men.
They going hard, right? So what I'm saying is, what can be done? What can America do? I know what I would like to happen. You know, what can America do?
I'm gonna tell you this, Joe. There's no way that Cubans. I'm gonna take that back. I don't want to put any negative energy out there. I want to put positive energy out there. They're in the streets right now fighting with sticks and stones. But more than anything, they're fighting with heart. And they're fighting with soul. And I pray that the ancestors help them out. I would love to see America intervene.
Intervene and
I would love to see the UN do
straight up. If somebody's watching, let me tell you something. They watching. Last, they watch this.
Sure.
The Bidens, the congressmen, they always on here.
Right.
So trust me, they watching. What do you, in your perfect world, what do you think Joe Biden and the United States can do to free Cuba?
I would like to see a military intervention.
Me
That's
too.
what I would like to see.
Me too.
I would like to see. I would like to see them make up for what they didn't do in Bay of Pigs.
They got a chance to make it up
and help free the country. Because the country is under a dictatorship and systemic oppression.
I told my father, I said, yo, Bobby, if they say, I'm not bullshitting either. I don't even want to say that. Let's say, but I'm saying, if the United States said, all right, we back you up. Let me see some Cubans go over there strapped. I'm ready to go.
Cubans will go. Cubans want to go. Cubans from here want to go. They're ready.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So I don't know if we're talking crazy, but I'm being honest with you. I told my father, he started losing it. Like, please, like, I'm just saying, yo, it's how could you be 20 minutes away on a flight and why the United States just can't go in there in 2 days and take that shit over? We go to the Middle East, 18 hours away and go fight, and all over and go fight. Why we can't just free Cuba?
That's the $1 million question, Joe. I wonder sometimes if Cuba had oil, if it would be a different story.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know.
Ooh. But
I will say this. There's a lot of talk about the embargo, the embargo, the embargo, the embargo. Please understand that in 2007, the embargo does not apply to humanitarian shipments to Cuba. So the embargo does not affect and will not be applied if any company or any country wants to send humanitarian aid to Cuba. That means medical supplies, that means medicine, that means food.
So you say we can start there. If not military, that part of the embargo should be let loose for now so that people can get food and supplies?
Oh, it's always been let loose, Joe. They were denying the humanitarian aid.
The actual government.
The government was rejecting it. Because they're good. It's the people that were suffering from them rejecting it. So when people say, lift the embargoes was fucking Cuba up, it's not the embargo. The embargo isn't forcing the government to be oppressive to his people. The embargo isn't killing your freedom of speech. The embargo isn't jailing you if you speak against the government. The embargo isn't stopping you from having free and fair elections to where you got the same people in power for over 50 years.
You want to know what's crazy? Is that people love power more than money. Because I try to think of it from a human. Like if you love Cuba, you the government, right? Because they're telling people, they must think they love Cuba, the government.
Let me tell you something.
Fidel Castro,
Let me tell you something,
he's the soil. I know he's dead. Raul's not there. But they think they love Cuba. When you see your people,
they love money too, Joe. Joe, they love money too. They love
no.
Because let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. You see your people in
the hospitals. When do you say
starving?
The gig is up. Like
the people are starving. But you can look up Fidel Castro's grandson right now on Instagram and see how he's living and what he posts. You can look up his son on Instagram and see his posts. They're in Mykonos on yachts. They're in Greece. They're in southern Italy. They're wearing Rolexes. Like, you look up his net worth, those people are worth over $900 million. They got private islands. And that's just what you know of. So let's not get it twisted. There is an oligarchy class in Cuba that live in mansions, that have jet skis, that have yachts, that eat lobster, that eat steak, that drink Cristal and Clase Azul.
Yeah, they're living a life.
while the
everybody
people,
else off the backs of the
while
people.
the people, I saw a video today, Joe, of a child skinning a cat. Skinning a cat. And the father was teaching him how to skin the cat to boil it because they have no food.
You let my father tell it. My father said they have one chicken. And my cousins, Miriam and all that, don't get mad at me because all the Cubans is tuned in. So my father said they would have a chicken. I don't know if it's a true story. And they would have it up and they would make chicken soup, but pull the fucking chicken back out, eat the caldo, and the next they was running this chicken from that shit was lasting 2
using the
weeks.
chicken trying to get some type of flavor.
This shit crazy, bro.
This is a human rights. This is a human rights emergency. Like, this is what the UN exists for. This is a human rights crisis. This is a genocide that's happening. And
when people throw around Russia and China, because people keep saying, yo, they can't go in there because of Russia or China.
I've heard that. I've heard that too.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Like, we're scared of Russia and China, and we can't we can't go over there and free Cuba. Let me ask you something. The statement you made went viral. Could you tell people who haven't seen it? Could you break down to us like the Afro-Latino, you as a black man, Cuban culture? Break that down for the people because I want people who follow me, my fans, to hear what you're saying.
Basically, I woke up yesterday and my phone was blowing up, you know, because people know that I'm Afro-Cuban, Afro-Latino. And so they wanted me to see the statement that Black Lives Matter account had put out about Cuba. And when I read the statement, I was hurt. I'm gonna start off with hurt. I felt hurt.
Was this the official Black Lives Matter account or somebody just saying
Black Lives Matter? It had a blue check. It had a blue check. Now I don't know who runs the account. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not going at them. I'm not in with Black Lives Matter at all. You know what I'm saying? I support the message behind, you know, protesting police brutality and systemic oppression. I don't have a beef with what they stand for. You know,
of course, we are Black Lives Matter.
100%, 100%. That's not what this is about. But what this is about is that we can all have a teachable moment. We can all have a teachable moment, and that was a teachable moment to whoever wrote that you should not make a statement if you are not 100% educated on what the people are going through, what their trauma, what their specific oppression is, and why it's happening, and what they're fighting for. You can't just if you're gonna support someone, all right, if I'm gonna back you up, Joe, that means exactly that. Joe is in the front. Joe is gonna tell Laz what his needs and wants are and why he's here and what he's fighting for, and I'm gonna stand right behind you and back you up.
So what did the statement say? Because I didn't see it. What did it say?
The statement basically said that they just went on a political rant about the embargo and how the U.S. is doing all this and that. And I mean, if you guys want to read the statement, you can go to their page and read the statement. So
it wasn't corrected.
It was not. First of all, I'm gonna break it down like this. Lifting the embargo means funding the police state in Cuba. How can you stand for defunding the police here, but also stand for funding a police and militarized state that's beating the living crap out of their people? It's not secret. You can look it online. You can see it.
You know, what you have always stood for and what I have always stood for was the unifying. You see, because the word divide and conquer comes to mind because sometimes we play ourselves off of ourselves where we need to be unified. And,
Right.
you know, and even when the George Floyd happened, people were all in my DM like, yo, where's the Spanish people out here with us, Joe? Like, if I speak for every Spanish person, and I'm, you know, and I'm with the shits and I support George Floyd, Black Lives Matter 1,000,000%. Because I don't understand, I overstand that united is the real power. The Latinos and the blacks, regardless of what it is the real power. And so you address that. And they should recheck out their facts. And just know that everybody, when it's Black Lives Matter, we got to jump with them and support them 1,000,000%. And right now we're talking about freedom for Cuba because people are starving, no medicine, COVID is killing them, can't get in touch with their families, they're in the streets. I mean, it's true oppression. The whole country's oppression, right?
The whole country is oppressed and suppressed, meaning you can't speak, man. You can't speak up. Every single neighborhood in Cuba has a house that's dedicated to ratting out any and everybody that might appear to be doing anti-government, anti-communist behavior. That could even include chewing gum. Something like that could land you in jail, chewing gum. Happened to me when I was a kid and I went to Cuba. I had no idea. I was blowing bubbles. I had, Bubblicious, Bubble Yum back in the day, to blow the big joints. The kids in Cuba had never seen that. And so I was just sitting there, I was blowing bubbles. I brought bags of candy and stuff to give to the kids. And the kids went nuts. They thought I was an alien or something. Like, what is coming out that dude's mouth? Next thing you know, I had an audience of kids, 20, 30 kids from the neighborhood in awe. And all of a sudden, man, some Jeeps pulled up and they asked me to spit the gum out, the military police with clubs. And they held the gum up and they started giving a speech to all the kids on how the U.S. has cancer and how it's, everybody's sick and how everybody's dying and how this is poison and this is meant to poison you because it looks pretty and all this stuff, man, from chewing gum. And they took my candy. I wasn't able to give it to the kids. Sounds crazy, but that's
all that shit is crazy.
That's how petty they were willing to get to indoctrinate and brainwash people. And people have had enough, man. They just want to be free. That's it. They want to be able to start a business. They want to be able to have a rap career. They want to be able to travel.
They want to be free. They want to be alive. They want to get paid for their work.
They can't even go on.
They want the best out of the world and family. We could go on any vacation we want. They can't leave the island.
Can't even leave.
Man, we could stay here forever, like breaking that down. Like, I don't think people truly understand. They're in jail. It's a country, it's an island, but it's a jail. And the most important thing in this world, besides health, is freedom. It's freedom, bro. And so, when we see here, we got all these freedoms we take for granted. Second Amendment, freedom of speech, this and this and that. They don't got none of that shit over there.
Nothing,
over there, they kill you. You disappear. You talk the wrong way and you disappear.
Disappear. And not just you, your family.
Not only that, you got people, if you go visit your family over there, your family can't even come to the hotel to see you.
I heard what they're doing to children now, and you can actually watch videos of this online. They're going to houses and literally by force ripping young men, young boys out of the homes and forcing them to work for the police to then beat up their friends, their family.
Their own friends and all that.
And if you don't do it, they'll cut a finger off, they'll cut an ear off, they'll torture you until either you do it or they just end up having to beat you to death. If you decide, even with your ear cut off and your finger cut off, you're still not going to do it, then they'll just beat you to death in front of the other kids to let them know you either do what we tell you to do or you're going to end up like that. The human rights emergency, Joe, and I really, really hope that the world takes this seriously and doesn't look the other way.
I think this
A
is
lot of
it.
black. It's a lot of black and brown and white people. It's all races in Cuba, and they are suffering, and they are in pain, and they are repressed, and they're trying their best. I mean, the stuff I've seen,
They need the help. They need the help. They
need
need America to come up in there and get this shit over with, man. Free that motherfucking country. I'm telling you. Hey, listen. I'm very clear on my position. I'm very clear. I don't want to fucking hear it. Like, I don't want to hear it. I'm like, yo, listen, America, it's 90 miles from your shores. You need to go over there and get this business done right quick. You know? All right, my brother. I love you last, man. Nothing but love, man. God bless you. Thank you
love
for
you,
coming
man.
on the show for me.
And everybody, if you want to learn more about what's going on, it's a lot of pages out there. Peachy Boys is one of the pages. Cubanos del Mundo. I'm gonna probably do a post that will
To
let
let us know, yeah.
what pages they.
I got a my accountant Vanessa. She's Cuban. She sends me everything. Like she knows the whole shit. She just sends me pictures, all the information. Shout out to Lázaro and wow, her husband's last too. Lázaro and Vanessa. They've been sending me everything up to date. My brother, I'm here with you. You need me 1,000,000%. I am all in.
Thank you, brother.
All in.
Sharing your platform.
And I stand by my word. I never break it.
I appreciate you. You have a dope platform. You got a great show you're doing, and I appreciate you sharing it tonight to help amplify the message and get more people, aware of what's going on and how we can all share this information and make sure that people do something about it.
All right, my brother. I love you. Stay up, man.
Love you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. And so I need somebody that I really, really trust, because they keep saying Bismarck passed away on here. But his wife, Tara, doesn't like when people say that and they're not sure. So Erica Ford, whoever's my real family on here, I need to know if we confirming that. Because last I know, Bismarck was fighting for his life. He's very, very sick. But one thing his family doesn't like is people saying rest in peace, because he ain't dead yet. If he's dead yet, then we got to talk about it. He did, Erica. Prove it to me, Erica. Like, really, really make them calls. Fuck, man. TMZ reported it. Shit. Shit. Motherfucker, man. I came on here for this shit. Oh, man. Bismarck. Man. Fuck. Favorite song ever is The Vapors. You know, when I was coming up, he stood by me no matter what. He made me believe in myself when I didn't even believe in myself. You know, he fought for a whole year, and so he had diabetes, and then he had a stroke, and he's been fighting to like rehabilitate. I've been checking up with his wife, and he was getting better, and out of nowhere, it just took a turn for the worse. But man, my brother, I don't know if y'all remember last year we went, me and the task crew, and did a piece for him. But it's no words to describe Bismarck, you know, what he is for me, and how he, damn, this shit crazy, man. And so, let me go to Ted Smooth and try to like, damn, man, he fought so hard, man. Yo, Ted.
Joe, man, crazy, man. I just got the call like 2 minutes before you got off. I text you right now because you said if it's real.
Nah, they were saying, but this ain't the first time they said it. So I asked you, I asked Erica for people
Yeah, nah.
I really trust.
Yeah, man, I got the call from a real source that called me the last time. I was like, nah, that's rumors
If
because I
Kid
ain't want to
Capri
believe it,
posted
man.
it,
But
it's real.
what happened?
If Kid Capri posted it,
Yeah.
it's real. I hear
Yeah.
Echo. And what's crazy is I wanted to call his wife today. I've been writing all day and shit. And man, I love Biz, man. Let's just go in for Biz right
Everybody
quick.
loves Biz, man. Rest in peace, Biz,
Shout
man.
out
It's
to
just
everybody from Cuba. We was having a real serious conversation with Laz about freedom in Cuba and all that. And I didn't mean to just skip it, but
for sure.
and just didn't recap. But Biz Markie, The Vapors is my favorite hip hop song of all time. He believed in me. I remember I used to own a store at 3rd Avenue, 560 Melrose.
You ready?
Come once a week and be the cashier. When he was the biggest rapper on earth, and he would be the cashier, and he'd be with us. Damn, man. All right, let's.
We gonna miss him. We
Legendary
gonna miss him.
Biz Markie.
Let's rep him.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love, she wanted you to wait?
Rest in peace, Biz Markie.
Sorry, in my situation, I was talking to this girl from the U.S. nation. The way that I met her was on tour at a concert. She had long hair and a short miniskirt. I just got on stage, dripping, pouring with sweat. I was walking through the crowd.
Come on.
And guess who I met? I whispered in the air, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof. I asked her name, she said blah blah blah. She had 9, 10 pants and a very big bra. I took a couple of flicks and she was enthused. I said, how do you like the show? She said I was very amused. I started throwing bass, she started throwing back mid-range. But when I sprung the question, she acted kind of strange.
Let's do it for the Biz Markie, man. Rest in peace.
Pretend. She said, no I don't,
Man.
I only have a friend. Come on.
Man.
I'm going for it. That's what I'm going to
One
say.
time for the Biz.
You got what I need.
Man.
But you say he just a friend. And you say he just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need.
Everybody throw that peace sign up. Everybody throw the prayer sign up for the Biz Markie, the family. Word up.
Oh, baby, you got what I need. But you say he just a friend. But you say he's just a friend. So what you pop on?
Man. Man.
Can you feel it? Nothing can save ya, but this is the season of catching the vapors. And since I got time, what I'm going to do to tell you how they spread it throughout my crew. Well, you all know T.J. Swan, who sang on my records. Make the music nobody beats the Biz, well check.
We gonna let it ride.
Days before this began, he used to try to talk to this girl named Fran. The type of female with fly Gucci wear, with big truck jewelry and extensions in her hair. When Swan tried to kick it, she always fast talking about, nigga, please, you work for UPS.
So classic.
He wasn't no type of big
So special.
My man T.J. Swan didn't appeal to her, but now he trucks gold and wear fly ballet boots. Rough leather fashion and
Everybody throw the love sign up for Biz Markie. Throw the love sign up. Word up.
and be coming to all the shows every single weekend. To get his beeper number, she be begging please.
Dying for the day to get skis.
She caught the vapors.
Friday night, the Joe premiere. We gotta keep it pushing.
She caught the vapors.
Now we gotta rep the Biz Markie from here on out. That's what we do. Word up.
She caught the vapors. You remember? She caught the vapors.
Hey, let it ride one time.
I got another brother that's calm and plain. He goes by the name of the Big Daddy Kane. A mellow type of fellow that's laid back. Back in the days, he was nothing like that.
Yes.
I remember when he used to fight every day. What grown-ups would tell him, he would never obey. He wore his pants hanging down and his sneakers untied, and a Rasta-type tango tilted to the side.
Hey, Fat Joe, let me tell you something, man, Biz Markie. When I tell you, man, you know, a lot of people don't know. I attended Brooklyn Tech High School in Brooklyn, and I'm from Harlem. Don't even ask me how that happened. But all I remember, freshman year, yellow Walkman, the Biz Markie album on cassette, and this right here ringing on that 4 train. Man! I'm sure we got stories of the biz. I'm sure. We gonna rep them though. We gonna rep them though. Man. Let's go. You remember?
Everybody and people that say party.
Yes.
Time to hear a funky rhyme for me, the Biz Markie again. As it just display them, the way I like to say them. This kind of step and style that I use to amuse. And hey, I'm the original, hellified kinging. Because I'm for throwing down, and you know that I'm bringing the crowd to enjoyment. But what I do, like, ow, wow.
I want to, come on.
I keep the people cheering because of what they're hearing. Moving and grooving to a devastating sound and glaring because they're in the mood for me.
Spell it out. The B-I-C, the M's, the M's, the K. Whoa!
The party ripping, never tripping, king of crowd pleasing. I can turn it out without a doubt in any season. I
Entertain crowd, a millionaire styles.
Homeboys making noise as I do browse through a girl's mouth. Say the funky rhyme that make the girls get naked.
Come on.
I can turn it out with different sounds on my record that I'll say give them. Is your absorb the rhythm, the magnificent
Record maker of prison.
1, 2.
No, too many.
And do motherfuckers do. You and the crew. Got my man Marley Ball.
That Yo Gabba Gabba game was serious, man. The Bismarck. Rest in peace.
I'm freaking packed in the house. Hey, you got Big Daddy Kane in the house. Juice Crew in the house. That's right. Hey, my name.
Wild Cherry Pepsi. Salute to the Bismarck King. Friday. Let's go.
1, 2.
Everybody throw the love sign. Come on.
Yes, yes, y'all. To the beat all. Party having people guaranteed.
Be like having a ball.
Hey.
DJ Dem on the check-in. Hold on. Hey, what you say?
Not the rack pump motor, I start to motor. Talk from New York to South Dakota.
Drink ginger ale.
Root beer soda.
Yo.
Never get the girls with the underarm motor. Put me on water. I'm
Cast one, hold your head. Word up.
You better be a voter. Once knew a girl by the name of Rhoda.
I watch Star Wars. Just do it for the biz.
R2D2, driving down the beat. When I buy Franks, I make sure they Hebrew. When I'm entertained and love to treat you, love to see a girl in the night that's see-through.
Take it to the crib. Turn on the beta. Everybody singing. Let's go.
Schwarzenegger, maybe Commando
On the Terminator.
Peace party people. See you later, Big Daddy. My man, my mellow, get on the mic, cause you know you eat jello.
Man. Man. Once again, everybody, rest in peace to Biz Markie. Show your love, throw the hearts up, man. Let's rap them. Hold on.
Now this may sound disgusting and like very gross, but it's sure to have you tripping. See, yo, listen close. It's not right at the sun or sweet like sugar, but it's rather on the bug tip and it's called pick and booger. Now what I am playing might not be kosher to you, but
Yes.
it's still something we all have to do. So go up your nose with a finger or two and pull out one or a crusty crew. Yo, don't try to front like it's so gloomy and gray, cause we all pick our boogers sometime every day. Whether out in the open or on the sneak tip with a finger, tissue, or even a cute tip. From the Biz Markie, because I'm joking, and also remember the slang.
Everybody go.
Hey mom,
What's for dinner?
Go out your nose and pick a winner.
Oh, man.
These Biz Markie. These Biz Markie.
The whole world is mourning. But we got to rap it. Word up.
These Biz Markie.
Mr. Dynamite!
Let's go.
Yes, y'all are to the right beat. You can either dance or just have a seat and listen to the way what I am displaying. A different kind of rapper language that I am saying. To all the party people that is
Jumping that info.
When it comes to rockin' parties, I am a nympho.
Everybody keep them hearts going on. Keep them hearts going on for the love for the Bismarck.
Your
Word.
body and like it like a cardigan. You won't be fighting the illin', you just be partying down with the funky sound with yours truly. I'm the original B.I.Z. I mean, okay, I was the E and I aim to have
Fun and not be number one and
just here to let you know who's like running the place and everywhere that I perform and do a show.
y'all singing.
As long as you know.
Y'all singing one time.
Nobody beats the beat.
Nobody beating the biz.
DJ Ray Marcy, you word up.
Nobody beating the biz.
We reppin' Bismarck forever and ever. Word up. You know that go.
Nobody beating the biz. You know me yet.
Oh man, so many. Biz will never die. Word up. He will never die. You remember?
I want you, I want you.
Hold on.
I want you, I want you. I like to introduce myself.
They say what?
My name is Bismarck. And I'm the human orchestra called Bismarck. Making music all the way is
Come on.
cheap. When I go, I want you. Girls get excited when they hear my lyrics. They wanna recite them. I know you're in the mood. Just go with the flow, and I can play rapping records and all disco like Beat Billie Jean, but Michael Jackson or the Treasure Tree Ranking. They gon' ask you when you hear me do it. You will be shocked and amazed. It's the brand new thing they call the human beatbox craze.
Too much.
TJ Swan.
TJ Swan was no joke.
Well, I don't just do the beatbox, I rock on the mic, you know the bomb that I say. All the people like I get the crowd jumping, get the girls heart pumping. All the party people say, isn't he something? Rock from New York City all the way down south.
Keep the loves in the comments. Keep those hearts in the comments. Keep that love in the comments. Word up. Rest in peace, BLZ.
I used to play in the street, making sounds with my mouth all short speech. Grown people used to say, grown people used to say,
what?
Special request, man. I want to hear that Albee Square Mall. My house is the Albee Square Mall. My house is the Albee Square Mall. My house is the Albee Square Mall. And if you know about Albee Square Mall, you know that Junior's cheesecake. You know?
Right across.
Shout out
Hold on.
TJ Swan. Shout out Vaughn. Shout out, yo, the whole family, man. I mean,
Cool V. Respect the Cool V.
Cut Master Cool V. I know that was a hard one. I know that ain't the normal one, but that means a lot to me.
Nah, we got it on deck, man. In the meantime.
Yo, this sound alright though. Yo, me and Cool V.
In the meantime.
Let me at least say that. Hey, let me hear the story. You say it's alright though. Yo.
When we ain't got it, we go get it. Come on now. Rest in peace, Bismarck.
One more cue and then I'm ready to go in.
Don't you like when the winter's gone and all of a sudden it starts getting warm? The trees and the grass start looking.
This one Bismarck got it singing all the way up.
Birds be singing, 5 be booming, a lot of brand new cars be zooming. 5 girls looking the best they could be, and the guys be duking, and you see. Besides all that, I like the warm weather, cause that's when you can get yourself together. But I like Easter time with a grand, cause when I used to go to Coney Island, we used to eat a lot of stuff like cotton candy. Cause back then it was like fine and dandy. You used to get dressed up in double knits and your plaid suit jackets then with a shits. The good old days was back then, and the reason I reminisce called
Spring again. Everybody know it's spring again. To the girls and boys and people above. This is the time of fall in love.
now girls.
Oh, Lord. Once again, you know, I went to Brooklyn Tech, so that Albee Square Mall. I'm familiar with that. Word up. Shout to the mom, C-Rad, T-Mac, rest in peace. 20, things like that. Age 106. Hold on.
On the mic at this time, the place to be. I'm the inhuman orchestra called Bismarck. They made the dance and make the music with my mouth and all. I'm here to talk about the Albee Square Mall.
Yes.
Places people shop in downtown Brooklyn, where I could be found. If you're looking for me, but be honest and just come check me out. Cause 24/7, I'm like in the house. And when I come in the mall and then I start to roam, you wouldn't think it's a store, you would think it's my home. But it's when I come in a place and then I hang up a sign, read home sweet home, this house is mine.
Albee Square Mall. My house is Albee Square Mall. My house is Albee Square
Been to many malls from state to state, but I never been in say one this great. I hate to say about the other shopping centers that's left, but the Albee Square Mall is the doo-doo death. I be in there every day, walking around chilling, from when they open all the way until when it's a time for the place to close. I'm just running things like
It's a sad day in hip hop, sad day to the world.
The Bismarck.
But we gotta celebrate the Biz Markie, man. Rest in peace. Word up.
Any store in the mall because the place is my house. From wall to wall. If I can move in, party people, I just might so I can stay forever, and it will be just like a bum that you see sleeping on apartments. How it will be when you see Bismarck, my favorite mall, but having fun. See, to me this mall is like number one. And any other shopping center to try to compare, there ain't no way they can hang out with Albee Square.
Albee Square Mall. My house is the Albee Square Mall. My house is the Albee Square Mall. My house is the Albee Square Mall.
Man. Probably top 10 hip hop records of all time. The B.I.Z. Everybody keep that love in the comments. Keep that love in the comments. Rest in peace to Biz Markie, Ted Joe, Ted Smooth. We got a rapper. Let this one rock all the way. Word up.
This is another hit from Biz Markie, dedicated to the radio, not he or she, because it's time for them to get recognized. This is my version of the Nobel Peace Prize. That's why I'm coming out my face like this. Far as negativity, you never get this. If it wasn't for you, nobody would know. That's why this is something for the radio.
Everybody go. Shout out to Marley Marl, man. The man behind all of these joints, man. Word up. Rest in peace, Biz. Right? Everybody hold your hand.
This song is dedicated to the radio DJs. They play all the hits on 7 days. And even on the weekends, the DJs will be freaking without a doubt, because everyone is unique in the way they cut the records and be talking. It sounds
Ted Smooth, Fat Joe, Ron Chevy Pepsi, let's go. Rest in peace.
Something for the radio. And this is for the radio. And this is for the radio.
Damn. Let's go!
I like to thank all the people state to state for requesting my records on the radio. Greatly appreciate what you've done for me. And my report to you is my MUSIC. Straight up, I make the music just for you, so you can do the extra crazy Bismarck dance too, or even do the dance made by yourself.
We gonna let this ride all the way. Word for the Biz.
Because you're the one to make the radio hype, like fresh tobacco and a brand new pipe. Our program director always pick the right hits, like putting some salt and pepper and butter on grits. I always look up the program directors, cause they're the ones that jam selectors.
So original.
So when I didn't have a record playing on the radio, I thought to myself saying, if I ever get the chance to play on my stuff, I'm gonna make everything extra tough. Cause radio will last to infinity. As long as my name is the B.I.Z., the M.A.R.A., and I'm here to stay. Number one entertainment source in it like USA. Cause if it wasn't for you, nobody would know. That's why this is something for the radio.
Yo, Sam.
Rest in peace, man.
Did you play Just a Friend? I don't think we.
That's the first record. You walked away, but we can run it back. You know, we can run it back.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love, she wanted you to
I understand.
Let me
A little walk away to get it together. It's all good.
I was talking
Let's
to
go
this
for
girl
the top.
from the U.S.
Why not?
nation. The way that I met her was on tour at that concert. You had long hair and a short miniskirt.
Come on.
I just got on stage dripping, pouring with sweat.
Everybody throw the hearts up for the Bismarck. Show the
I
love.
whispered in the air, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof. I asked her name, she said blah blah blah.
blah. She had 9
Vibe.
took a couple of flicks and she was enthused. I said, how do you like the show? She said I was very amused. I started throwing bass, she started throwing back mid-range. But when I sprung the question, she acted kind of strange.
Who do it like Biz Markie? Nobody. Let's go.
No, I don't. I only have a friend. Come on. I'm not even going.
Everybody all over the world, y'all sing it one time.
You got what I need, but you say he's just a friend.
You remember?
You say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need, but you say he's just a friend.
Everybody.
You say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need.
Man.
But you say he's just a friend. But you say he's just a friend.
So I took blah blah's word for it. At this time, I thought just having a friend couldn't be no crime. Cause I have friends, and that's a fact. Like Agnes, Agatha, Jermaine, and Jack.
Come on.
Forget about that, let's go into the story about a girl named blah 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 that adore me. So we started talking, getting familiar, spending a lot of time so we can build a relationship or some understanding how it's gonna be in the future. We was planning. Everything sounded so dandy and sweet. I had no idea I was in for a treat. After this was established, everything was cool. The tour was over and she went back to school. I called every day to see how she was doing. Every time that I called her, it seemed something was brewing. I called her room and got picked up.
Let this rock to the
I
end.
said, yo, who is that? Oh, he's just a friend. Give me that.
Everybody all over the world, y'all singing. Rest in peace. The Bismarck.
Got what I need.
We gonna keep him alive. Word up.
You say he's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need.
Yes.
But you say he's just a friend. But you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what
This one they did 4 verses, right? Word up.
But you say he's just a friend.
You remember?
You say he's just a friend.
So I came to her college on a surprise visit to see my girl that was so exquisite.
Yes.
It was a school day. I know she was there the first semester of the school year. I went to a gate to ask where was the dorm. This guy made me fill out a visitor's form. He told me where it was, and I was on my way to see my baby doll. I was happy to say.
Yes.
I arrived in front of the dormitory. Yo, could you tell me where is door 3? They showed me where it was for the moment. I didn't know I was in for such an event. So I came to a room and opened the door.
Shout out to Craig G, just saw another game in the
That's what
world.
I saw. I felt a tongue kissing my girl in the mouth. I was so in shock, my heart went down south. So please listen to the message that I sent. Don't ever talk to a girl who says she just has a friend. Has a friend. Has a friend. Has a friend. Has a friend.
Man.
Shout out Timberland on the check-in.
We will never forget him, Joe. Never.
What is like? Tell me a good story with you and Bismarck.
Alright,
You
so
a DJ, he DJs.
I got 2 for you real quick. So, you know, if you know Biz, you know he was a record collector. He had like a huge record collection. And the thing with Biz was that he was a hoarder, right? Like he wanted to have every record in the world. So there was this one record, I don't know why he didn't have it, but somebody had told him that they heard me play it at one of the clubs. It might have been Latin Quarters. Biz got my number from somebody. This is when he was living in Virginia or Maryland when he moved down south. And he like, yo, do you got the little Vicious Dougie Fresh record? If you want to party, put it on there. And I'm like, yeah. I said, I played the other day. And he was like, yo, I'm coming to pick it up. I didn't tell him I was going to give it to him. He said, I'm coming to pick it up. So I was like, to me, I had a few copies. It wasn't a big deal, but for whatever reason, he did not have this record. Yo, Joe, the next week, sure enough, Bismarck drove up, came to Land Quarters, went in the booth. He said, give me the record. Like, Biz was just like that, man. Like, he was just like a little kid. Like, he was about the toys and very, very, very into collecting just anything. And the last story, another story I got from is there was one of the old school jams I did on 19th Street where I found some Michael Jackson turntables, right? The Michael Jackson, that came in a yellow box. And I had a friend of mine wire them up so I could actually DJ with them, right? So I had the two Michael Jackson turntables, and then it was the wooden Gemini mixer, right? And I remember I had the jam, I had it covered up with a blanket. Nobody knew what I had under that. Now, a week before that, Bismarck showed the world his Techniques 45 turntable. And he told me that everybody was going crazy because that was like the only one that existed. And he told me the way he got the turntable was the owner of Techniques in Japan, his son was a Yo Gabba Gabba fan. And the father told Biz, I need tickets. Biz was like, you can have whatever you want. Biz said, can I get them turntables? He gave the guy 2 Yo Gabba Gabba tickets for his grandson, and Biz got the prototype Technique 1200, but 7-inch, the little baby ones. So he showed it on Monday. I did my jam on Sunday. When I pulled out those Michael Jackson turntable, like everybody just started talking about that. Yo, bro, the next Monday I was at Barry Electric. Bismarck pulled up on me in this little, remember he used to have the Mini Cooper. He pulled up on me. Yo, what's good, whatever. I get in the car, we start chopping up. He looks over, he like, yo, why you did that to me? And I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, come on, man, you pulled the Michael Jackson turntables out, and now nobody cares about my little turntable. I say, yo, Biz, I wasn't trying to, but that was Biz, man. He was like real heartfelt and very like honest just about how he feels, man. And you gotta love that about him, bro.
You know, I did Hip Hop Squares a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago.
Facts. Facts.
And Biz was there with me. And, you know, every time, right, I saw Biz, I let him know how much I love him. Like, I would not let him, like, you know, I came in there, no front, and I had the #1 record in the world. I would always be like, yo, Biz, I love you, oh my God. You know, my dog is named Biz Marquis. Little Biz. You remember. My dog is named Biz Marquis.
I love it.
Right? So my daughter, I bought the dog for my daughter to bribe her, a little motif. And I asked her, she was only like 2 years old. I said, Mommy, what are we going to call a dog? She said, we're going to call him like your friend, silly. Biz Marquis.
I can't.
And so we named him Biz Marquis. But I grabbed Biz and I was, you know, doing my worship Biz Marquis shit. I always want everybody to know who's with me, everybody to know how much I love Bismarck, how much he impacted my life, how much he did for me as a person. And then when I said, yo, Biz, man, I locked the door, just me and him alone. And I said, yo, Biz, why you supported me? You know, like, why you believed in me? Like, I'm talking about when I was making demos.
It's important.
And he was like, yo, bro, it's the weirdest shit. Because he was like, I knew you was gonna be the next one to blow. And I was like, yo, Biz, how? He was like, yo, man, I seen you in all the parties. I seen how hard you was going. I heard the promo on the radio. He was like, I knew you was gonna be the next to go. And it's weird because when he was breaking that down to me, I felt like my relationship with French Montana. Like, you know, I took Funk Flex, French Montana's first record, for him to play on the radio. And so I just felt like this, like a reimbursement, like a real, like, you know what he did for me?
Paying it forward.
Yeah,
Paying it forward.
It was crazy. Shout out to his wife, Tara. I swear to God, I was going to call her today.
Man.
She's been by Bismarck's side the whole time. Biz been sick for over a year. There has never been a time that I have not called this woman, that she has not said, I'm sitting with Biz now. He can hear you, Joe. Every time I call, she'd be like, I'm with Biz now. He can hear you. He's smiling, Joe. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I got to tell him through the phone with the speaker because of COVID. They wasn't letting me in there. I was trying to go. And I just told him how much I love him. I got his back. I believe in him. I'm going to be honest with you. I know Biz was sick, but I thought he would come back.
Yeah,
I
man.
thought he would make it. He fought, man. He fought for a year and a half. And so shout out to his family. Shout out to the whole Juice Crew, Roxanne Shante, Bismarck, Big Daddy Kane. I mean, these people, man, they made our life.
Yeah, I was just at the
From
boat
rest in
ride.
peace, Mr. Magic, to Fly Time, to
Craig G.
people, man. And what you got to understand is we all live once. And Bismarck shared his life with us. And he entertained us. I remember the one time he performed at the Apollo and came out of a nose. Because Pickin' Boogers was the #1 song. And he slid out of a fucking nose.
Biz, man.
You know, and man, I love Biz Markie so much, man. I don't know how to explain it. And I know everybody loves Biz. Yeah, I said Cool V, TJ Florence, just everybody who helped make Biz great and was in his corner till his final day, which is today. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy thing, but you know, Earth, let me tell y'all something. We live once. Do whatever you want to do.
That's right.
Whatever makes you happy, that's righteous. Do whatever you want to do. All right, yo, Ted, I love you. I'm going to sound off with you and just give him a
You're
close
right. Yeah, for sure.
talk.
100, man.
Right?
Rest in peace, Biz, man.
I love you, Ted. Thank you, man. And so this ain't easy, guys. I see you. Yo, Steve, send me the video when me, you, and Biz was at the store, Steve Lobel. Okay, guys, let me explain something to you. This ain't easy. Okay, we came on here talking about Cuba and everything that happened with Laz, and we need to stay focused on Cuba. But Biz Markie is one of my biggest inspirations. There's millions of songs. My favorite hip-hop song of all time is The Vapors. I have never changed on that claim ever. So that's how much he's impacted me. I grew up poor. I grew up broke. And he gave me inspiration to say, if I ever make it, my haters is going to catch the vapors. Now, I remember when I got my first fly car, I was driving around my project about 36 times, blasting the vapors. You'll never find a guy more humble than Biz Markie. It just doesn't exist. And although he had fame and fortune and whatever, he always was humble to the people. Like I said, I owned a bullshit clothing store in 3rd Avenue in the Bronx, Melrose, 560 Melrose. And Biz Markie, when he was a platinum artist, he would come every week to my store and be the cashier. He was that type of guy. And we lost a giant. If you're young and you don't know about Biz Markie, look into him. You probably will never understand how we feel. So you got to understand, I've been on this earth for 50 years. I've been doing this hip hop shit since I was a baby, just being a fan. And Biz Markie has been there every day of my life. And so, you know, this is a sad day. This is a sad day for hip hop. And I do know everybody's going to say, let's celebrate his life, the celebration of life. But, you know, damn, man. And so what we got to do is whoever we love, we got to let them know we love them. We got to let them know that we appreciate them. Let them know that because it's too short. Mommy, I love you. I see you on here. Titi Barbara, cousin Miriam, Carmencita, all my family. I know you on here. I love you guys to death. And you never know, man. And so the world ain't the same without Biz Markie, without his smile, without his energy. And Steve Lobel, what's up, my brother? And so, you know, we're going to push forward. You know, it's pretty hard to do what me and Ted Smooth just did, listening to his music after we just got the thing. That shit was killing me, bro. And so, you know, damn, I love you, Biz Markie, man. I want him to hear me in heaven. I've been trying to, you know, I was telling him. You know what I'm saying? So if you love somebody on this earth, man, let them know. Because, man, he was trying to get back, and I was just like, Biz, I love you. We love you. We love you. We pulling for you. We love you. We love you. And so, like I said, Roxanne, Sante, everybody. Yo, Nori, I'm still meeting you. I almost gave up and just stood in my couch, but I'm gonna go meet you, and listen, guys, I love y'all. I don't know if y'all heard earlier, we're gonna do the big show every Friday, 2 hours from 7 to 9. Bring the biggest artists, bring everybody, make sure it's the biggest shit in the world. It's a Wild Cherry Pepsi and a Ciroc thing going on. I love y'all. But most of all, man, prayers for Bismarck's family, for his wife who held him down. And prayers for him. So just be clear, we're gonna do this every Friday, 7 to 9. Because now my schedule is getting too crazy. I do a lot of shit. Guys, I do a lot of shit. And I'm trying to grow constantly. The shit I tell you, I lead by example. When you think I'm just doing this, I got 9 other things I'm working to do that next year, when you hear it, it happened. You know, movies and TV series, and I'm doing a mixtape I'm going to drop. It's called Summer Man, June 1st, just for the fans for free. And it sounds like a motherfucking smash hits, legendary shit. And today I was writing all day. I'm working on the last song that's ridiculous. And, you know, for me, the game has always been a marathon. You know, there was rappers that I look up to that I couldn't touch, that I thought they were like gods and all that. And I've been working my whole life. Practice makes perfect on my craft. So even if I give you a mixtape, I want it to be the best quality. I want you to feel, even though it's free, I want you to feel like you paid $10 for it. I love you guys, the biggest show in the game. Let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. Put God in your life all the time. Space Jam just came out today, part 2. That's crazy. I was with my nephew Assad yesterday watching Space Jam 1. He's like, Uncle Joe, they stealing Michael Jordan sneakers. They just, you know, Space Jam's a thing again. Dre's daughter, Marley's watching Space Jam 2 right now. Like, the kids are tuned in. Once again, everybody, prayers for Biz Markie, prayers for Cuba. Please do not forget what's going on in Cuba. No food, no medicine, oppression. They're killing the people. It's time the U.S. intervene and figure out how we can free this country, because the people are begging for it. Libertad means freedom. I love